All right, let's do this. Do testing. What's going on the YouTube? All right, let's see. Let me go ahead and throw this image on. Okay, and let's get started. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Simulation Room. I'm your host, Sloan Bell, and today we're going to be discussing what's going on in the crypto markets at this particular moment in time. We're going to start off, as always, by taking a look at Bitcoin and seeing what that market's doing, and because everything, all the rest of the cryptocurrencies go ahead and they kind of emulate what the Bitcoin market is doing. You know, whenever Bitcoin goes on a rally, you can expect other coins to go on a rally. What's interesting right now is that we've seen Ethereum go ahead and kind of break its synchronicity with Bitcoin, and it's been on a super strong rally over the past couple of weeks. I mean, I think what was it, about 2 weeks ago we were looking at like a $2,000 ETH, and when I was looking at it earlier today, I think it was up to like 3,500 or something along those lines. Let me go ahead. Let me pull that up over here on the Bitmart. Yeah, so it's sitting at 34.55 right now. So it's looking it's looking awesome right now. I've got some ETH that were waiting on Binance to retrieve right now. My wife went ahead and forgot the memo when we were transferring it over to Binance, but it's all good. I'm sure that it's only going to be a couple of days. Just kind of a pain in the neck. Let's see. So let's go ahead. Let's jump over to Bitcoin real quick, and let's just kind of check this out. I'm going to zoom out to the daily, just so we can kind of get a sense of what exactly this particular market is doing right now. So we're still deep into this bull market right now. Right now, it looks like we're kind of headed towards a bear trap. I mean, this could have been it right here. I would anticipate the bear trap to actually occur, I want to say, somewhere along this 200 moving average. So I think that, we're probably going to be seeing some smaller rallies, especially on Saturdays. That's kind of when the cryptocurrency markets really tend to go ahead and rally a little bit, because the work week is over. People have time to go ahead and sit around and actually look at the charts and do some trading on Saturdays. So Saturdays typically tend to be a pretty hot day for the markets. So I'm anticipating right now, kind of a little rally here in a few days. Sometime within the next few days, we might go ahead. We'll probably hit another all-time high. It'd be nice to see Bitcoin go ahead and break 70K. That'd be awesome. I mean, that'd be awesome for everybody's portfolios. I mean, whether or not you hold Bitcoin. But so right now we're still kind of doing that whole doming action right here. We might go ahead and see some higher highs, and maybe we're still seeing some higher lows right now too. If we go ahead and we take this line here and just kind of try to go ahead and map out that support line right now, we're still seeing some upward momentum in Bitcoin right now. I know that last week we went ahead and we talked about that Pi top indicator going ahead and signaling a market, the end of the market cycle for Bitcoin, and no, that's just not the case at all. We've still got, in my honest opinion, I think we're going to be in this bull market probably until maybe about, I don't know, I want to say February, March, maybe even next April. I mean, this last month we definitely saw kind of a lull in the market. Everybody who bought in last March went ahead and they hit their they hit some milestones with their investments, and so they started to go ahead and sell off a little bit, which is completely fine and it's completely normal. So we kind of went sideways all month last month, and you can see that we had this huge drop, this huge dip right here. We went ahead, we topped off at like 65K. I think we dropped down to what, like 49K? Oh, 46K. Wow, people were buying in at 46K. So, it was kind of a red month for us all month or this past April. But we've definitely seen some upwards momentum over the past week or so, and it's been pretty nice. So if you're holding Bitcoin, don't freak out. The markets, they're not going to crash anytime soon. I know that last week we went ahead and we discussed that there's some analysts out there that are saying there's going to be like an 80% drop or something like that. That's just not the case, guys. I mean, the days of the 80% end of market cycle drops, they're done. There's way too much new money that is coming into the markets right now, and I mean, I think Bitcoin's got like a let's check out that market cap real quick. I think it's like a $1.2 trillion market cap. So I mean, it's just absolutely insane. And some people are saying, it's going to go 10x from either here or when we go ahead and hit the next floor. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. I mean, we're already sitting at a $1 trillion market cap right now. It's just and fully diluted just shy of 1.2 trill. And some analysts are suggesting that we're going to shoot up to like a $10 trillion market cap. I don't know. I personally, I don't know. I think 2 trillion is, definitely, it's definitely possible. There's just, we're in a very interesting place right now as far as the capital cycle is concerned. And that's something that we'll go into in a different video. We'll discuss market cycles and capital cycles, but right now we're seeing an influx and almost an oversupply of cryptocurrencies, which is awesome when you're trying to go ahead and diversify your portfolio and you're trying to find some smaller coins that are able to go ahead and do at least 100x. I mean, a lot of these smaller coins that are just dropping, they're going to go 1,000x. I mean, take a look at what SafeMoon has done over the past month and a half. It's been absolutely ridiculous. I mean, we went ahead and we bought in, just a few days after SafeMoon launched, and we went 100x. 2 Saturdays ago, and that was a phenomenal investment, and I think that SafeMoon is still a phenomenal investment. I know that a lot of people right now are kind of worried, and they're starting to get skittish about the direction that SafeMoon is headed, but I think right now it's worth going ahead and hodling and just seeing what kind of a return you can go ahead and get out of it over the next couple of quarters. So, but I do want to go ahead and talk briefly on that note about some of these other auto yield coins that are hitting the market. Obviously, here, let me go ahead and let me close this Doge out. So right now we're seeing this increased supply of auto yield tokens and coins that are hitting the market, and it's awesome. They're great for investment purposes. In my opinion, because I've gotten a lot of questions about them over the past week or so. In my personal opinion, there are too many new auto yield tokens and coins out there at this particular moment in time. So you know, it feels like we're kind of you know kind of wandering into rug country. You know what I'm saying? With a few of these coins, I'm taking a look at. I had some money in a few of these coins, and actually the whole what I've been calling the safe space coins. They've been on quite the rally today. I know that Safe Mars, it jumped up to like a 100% today, something like that. Let's see where it's at right now. But just be careful. You just want to go ahead, and if you do decide to invest in one of these auto coins, make sure that you're taking some profits from another coin in your portfolio, and you're just placing those kind of towards the bottom. Be careful when you're investing in some of these smaller coins. I know that there have been a lot of red flags on a few of these newer auto yield coins. So just choose the ones with the strongest communities, and you should be good to go. And just always make sure you're checking the market cap too. Just to make sure that you're not going ahead and buying in too late on some of these currencies. We'll go ahead. We'll discuss market caps here in a few minutes, especially especially with Shiba, because I was getting a few questions about Shiba's market cap and some possible price predictions for Shiba. Shiba's a great coin, and it's got a great community. And honestly, that community has got so much energy. I mean, they just, it's phenomenal how much positive energy is coming out of that community. I mean, even through the depths, it's just absolutely ridiculous. These guys are just, the Shiba community, the Shiba army, they're just pumping this coin. I mean, it's absolutely insane. So let's go ahead. Let's check out Safe Mars real quick. Actually, let's just check out all the safe space coins real quick. Yeah, I mean, so Safe Mars, it was up to 100% earlier today. Let's see, Safe Star, it's at 117%. I mean, these coins are looking pretty good today. They're on some pretty bullish runs right now. We can go ahead and take a quick minute to go ahead and kind of check out what some of these markets have been doing. Yeah, looks like possible double top right here for Safe Mars. I like to call this. Had this candle gone green, I think that Safe Mars would have gone ahead, and it would have got up to its previous ATH and just rallied hard. Previous ATH right there, sitting around 16. Let's see, Safe Sun. Let's go in to the 4 hour. Actually, let's go into the 1 hour. Safe Sun looks like it's still got a little momentum left. It's bouncing off that. Let's see, that 5 hour moving average right there. A little bit of a dip. This is definitely kind of a bearish pattern right here, but looks like it's bouncing pretty hard off of that 5 hour moving average. So it's probably got some momentum left in it right now. Safe Star, damn, just jumped up to 130%. That's awesome. Because I've got 11 billion Safe Star somewhere, Bitmart. If you'd like to go ahead and give me my coinage back, bros. I've been emailing you guys for like 2 weeks. This is absolutely ridiculous. So anyways, yeah, Safe Star, huge rally. Looks like we've got a lot of momentum going on right here. SafeMoon is starting to jump up again. Everybody's hodling the SafeMoon. Let's see if we can go ahead and break 8. I think that once we break 8, I think that we're definitely going to go ahead and hit the previous ATH with some ease. We might go ahead and hit the bottom of this floor over here and probably go sideways a little bit, maybe around 10, 11. I think I was taking a look at it a couple of weeks ago. I think I decided that maybe somewhere around 923. I think, honestly, right here, 1097. I think we'll probably go ahead, hit a ceiling somewhere around there. Probably go sideways for a bit, take a little bit of a drop, maybe down to the 8s. I don't know. It's really tough to say with the SafeMoon market right now. I know that there was all that FUD that was spread a couple of weekends ago by War on Rugs. Definitely you can tell that consumers are gaining their confidence back in this particular currency, and I think that we're ready to launch. We're probably going to go ahead and, you're going to see some dips and valleys, over the next couple of weeks. It's probably going to be a couple more weeks before the coin fully consolidates for another rally, but I think that things are looking good for the SafeMoon hodlers right now. Let's go over here and kind of zoom out to the 5 decimals or 6 decimal spot. Still seeing a lot of red going on right up here. People are definitely starting to go ahead and back off of their sell limits, though, which is nice. This is exactly what we discussed last week. SafeMoon community, if you're listening, you guys really need to pump the brakes on the sell limits, because you're totally discouraging new investors coming in with new money. Like I was saying last week, if I was a new investor and I was taking a look at the order book right now and I saw this wall of red, I'd be like, hell no, I'm not buying in right here. I'm just going to go ahead and get stomped out, So, I'd be placing the bid at the very bottom. So, which is exactly what's going on right here. Everybody's going ahead. They're expecting all these new investors from ZBG and all the new exchanges that have gone ahead and launched SafeMoon on their platforms. They're expecting a drop, right? They're expecting to be able to go ahead and pick up their SafeMoon from the bottom. It's not going to happen. It's a long shot, but they're placing in their orders for that money shot. They're keeping their fingers crossed, hoping that, hey, we can hit the bottom, and then we're gonna blast off to 1000x without all these fools. So go ahead, just keep hodling. I'd go ahead, if you've got a sell limit somewhere in between, I'd say 7 and 12. I'd say go ahead, back off those sell limits. Let some new money come in. You know what I'm saying? Because people are looking for a moonshot with this coin. And right now nobody's seeing a moonshot. So I mean, even if you're selling off up here at the top at 15, you guys might just want to back off a little bit. Go ahead and let new money come into the market. That way you guys can just absolutely explode. That said, awesome news from the SafeMoon dev team. We got a new wallet that they're launching, and of course everybody knows about the new exchange. So it's going to be interesting to see what that does for the coin. I'm interested to see what the exchange does. I'm interested in seeing what they're offering. I really only go through 3 exchanges right now. I'm on Coinbase, Binance, and Bitmart. Coinbase and Binance, obviously, they're the big boys. Coinbase is the lead. It's the leader in the industry right now, and Binance is a great platform as well. Bitmart, I really love Bitmart. It's got a great selection of smaller tokens that you can get in early on, and it's it's I think the selection and the diversity of tokens and coins, um, the the diversity of currencies that are offered on Bitmart, I think that's probably the biggest thing that they've got going for them right now. I'm not gonna lie though, their support freaking sucks. So, Bitmart, if you guys are listening, you you need to go ahead and get your shit together, guys, because your support sucks, and I think that honestly, you guys are going to get swept under the rug if another exchange goes ahead and is able to go ahead and compete with you guys at kind of that level, at that third tier level right there, where you guys are at. So if they're able to go ahead, if there's another exchange that comes up and they're able to offer the same amount of diversity in currencies as you guys, and they've got better support, then you guys better watch out. So hopefully you guys are spending the money to go ahead and offer some better customer support, because you guys are definitely lacking right now. But that said, love you guys. Keep doing your thing. I'm still trading through you guys, so hopefully we can just go ahead and sort through a few bugs and get everything figured out. Because I've got a lot of assets and other accounts that I would love to go ahead and transfer over to you guys, but I'm not comfortable doing that right now. So. Anyways, so SafeMoon looking good. We're starting to go ahead. We're going bullish a little bit right now. Look out for a ceiling somewhere right around here. It's going to be tough getting back up to this previous ATH. It's probably going to be a couple of weeks. We've still got a lot of consolidation to do, but it's looking good. I mean, SafeMoon is a phenomenal currency. The community is awesome. I think that there are a lot of newer investors in there who are, they're kind of that they're still kind of skeptical because the market's been going sideways for 2 weeks now, and so they're, logically they're getting kind of worried about, their investments and everything along those lines. Some of the newer investors are, they're they heard about this currency on TikTok, so they're expecting this thing to go ahead and just shoot the moon right now. And it's just, that's not the way the markets work. That's not the way trading works, right? So if you're a newer investor, just hang in there, just hodl. You just have to keep in perspective that Bitcoin has gone 1,000x over the past year, right? Over the past year. But it took a year for it to go 1,000x. So just keep hodling. You guys are still early. I mean, I was taking a look at the market cap last night for SafeMoon, and it's at $2 billion. I mean, that's a lot of money for a fresh coin, right? So this is obviously a coin that you still want to be invested in, because there is a lot of opportunity for growth left still. $2 billion is just a drop in the bucket compared to, Bitcoin's $1 trillion market cap. So I think that right now, SafeMoon's still a safe investment, and it's still got plenty of opportunity to grow. I mean, if you guys can go another 10x from here, that's a $20 billion market cap, 100x, $200 billion, right? There's a lot more money that's going to be thrown into the cryptocurrency markets over the next few quarters, especially, we were discussing last week, both JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs, they're going to start offering a selection or a select few cryptocurrencies to their investment portfolios this upcoming quarter, this summer. So expect some sort of explosion in the cryptocurrency markets next quarter. I think that it's going to be an excellent quarter. I think the rest of the year, in any cryptocurrency that has any sort of strong community and has some good tokenomics, I think it's going to be a bullish ride for the next 6 months or so. So definitely looking forward to seeing what SafeMoon does for the remainder of the year and over the next couple of quarters. I mean, it's going to be a rough ride for everybody who's just getting into SafeMoon right now. But keep hodling. There's definitely more growth to be seen. I mean, honestly, $2 billion market cap right now. I mean, it's not unfeasible to it's not unrealistic to go ahead and see a 20 billion, possibly even $200 billion market cap for this specific currency with how hot it is right now. And I mean, SafeMoon's a household name. I mean, everybody's heard of SafeMoon. Even people who aren't actively investing in cryptocurrencies right now, they've still heard the name. I mean, my dad just got into crypto. In fact, he's just kind of started to build his portfolio over the past few weeks, and SafeMoon is one that he hears all the time. So just keep hodling. The marketing campaign, or the marketing team, is doing an excellent job getting the name out there. The devs are they're definitely planning for future growth. I mean, they're trying to go ahead. They're building an exchange and a wallet in order to incentivize people to continue to hold. It's not a rug. Don't worry. The devs would have already pulled the rug already. They're trying to incentivize people to go ahead and stay in because, I mean, there's more money in it for them if they go ahead and stay in rather than just, pulling all their coin and selling off right now. So, and you can see that, consumer confidence is back. We're going to be going up. It'd be nice to see SafeMoon go parabolic right here, but still a lot of red on the books. So we'll see what happens over the next couple of weeks. Hopefully some of this red will go ahead and calm down a little bit, and over the next week or so, and people will be ready to go ahead and launch. So, yeah, SafeMoon hodlers, just keep hodling. Like we were discussing last week, go ahead and, whenever you hit a personal milestone, go ahead, sell, skim the top a little bit, go ahead, reward yourself, and, whether that's going ahead and reinvesting into SafeMoon, trying to buy some more at the dip, or going ahead and diversifying your portfolio a little bit, or you just want to go ahead and, you want to use those funds to go ahead and pay some bills, or maybe set some aside for a down payment on a home, or whatever your personal financial goals are. Just skim the top when you hit specific milestones, and keep hodling, because there's a lot of growth left in this currency. So don't freak out. I know that there's been a lot of freak out. There was definitely a lot of freak out last week. People are starting to calm down now. We're looking solid. So get ready for liftoff here soon. Like I said, it's probably going to be another week or two before we see all this red just kind of fizzle out, and we're ready to launch again. So let's go ahead. Let's move on to Shiba. Shiba, man, I'm super bullish on Shiba right now. Let's go ahead. Let's pull that up. Shiba's looking. Their dev team is looking freaking. They're dropping some cool shit. So we got some red on the books right now. It's been kind of an up and down roller coaster ride over the past few days. We went ahead. We jumped up to like 22. Just shy of 22 a few days ago. Looks like we're kind of doing like a little, doing a downward triangle right here. Let's go ahead. Let's see if I can zoom out just a little bit. Got some strong support right there at the bottom. Let's go ahead. Let's draw those resistance. Let's draw that resistance line right there. All right, and then let's go ahead and move that Yeah, Bitmart's they use trading view just like every other exchange out there. Their UI could be cleaned up a little bit though. Like this little pop-up's freaking annoying. So we went ahead. We've got some resistance going on. So we're doing kind of a downward triangle right now. If you're in right here, I mean, just keep hodling. Just try to bounce off the next ceiling because the next time we hit the floor, we're probably going to go ahead and launch it. So I would expect us to go ahead and launch maybe around 15. Do probably a double down, maybe possibly a triple down before launch, but I think that Shiba's looking really strong right now. Its market cap is sitting at just shy of $1 million. Just shy of $1 million. So if you're just investing in Shiba, you are ahead of everybody else. I mean, Shiba is just getting started. It launched in January, I believe. So it's still it's a new coin, not quite as fresh as SafeMoon. Hasn't had quite the same pump that SafeMoon has had over the past month or so. But it's still super early in the Shiba game, and they've got a new swap that they're launching. They've got a collection of coins that you can go ahead and purchase, and including some NFT type stuff. I'm super bullish on Shiba, and I'm actually I can't wait to see some of the tech that the dev team goes ahead and drops over the next few months. I think that Shiba is an excellent investment at this particular moment in time. Let's go ahead. Let's pull it up on CoinMarketCap, and let's check this out. So Shiba Inu. All right. So one of the questions that I got the other day on Reddit was a possible price projection for Shiba Inu, right? Some people have been asking me on Reddit and Twitter whether or not I foresee Shiba going ahead and jumping up to maybe 1 cent, 2 cent, or up into the single or the second decimal spot. So I don't know. Right now it's looking super possible. I mean, right now we're sitting at an $885,000 market cap. So I mean, that's nothing even compared to SafeMoon. I mean, if you're buying Shiba right now, you're in super early, and I do think that it is possible. In fact, I think we will see Shiba go ahead and jump up to 1 or 2 cents. It's going to be interesting to see how quickly it happens actually. So I think that a few minutes ago we were talking about all the new auto yield coins, and so I think that because of the increase of the availability of these of all these new auto yield coins and stuff like that, you're going to see some rugs that are going to be pulled. Unfortunately, that's just the name of the game. So invest wisely. Don't invest too much money into them. Maybe invest maybe a couple $100 if you have that kind of money to spare. Ride it up. Kind of hit like maybe 10x if it goes that high. If you're feeling confident in a specific auto yield coin, ride it up to 100x. Sell some off. Take some profits, and then go ahead and just keep some in. Wait to see what that market does, and but definitely be cautious as far as the auto yield coins are concerned. SafeMoon is the one that I'm the most confident in right now. You've got Safe Mars that was on a huge rally a couple of weeks ago. Safe Star, it's on a huge rally right now. just 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 be leery. I mean, there's a new auto yield coin that's dropping every day. It seems like right now. So just be cautious. But SafeMoon, I'd say anything that's being offered on Bitmart right now is probably going to be a safe investment. Otherwise, they wouldn't have gone ahead and taken the risk to go ahead and launch it on their platform. I mean, check this out. If we go to the top of Coin Market Cap, right now there are over 9,000 different cryptocurrencies out there. We've got 372 different exchanges. I bet each one of these exchanges has their own currency or their own token, because they're probably based off of Binance, or they're on the Binance chain or ETH or something like that. So just, that's a lot of freaking currencies out there. There's a lot of meme coins just based off of the Shiba Inu. So, just be careful when you're buying into newer meme coins that don't have a strong community, and these new auto yield coins that seem to be dropping on the daily. If it's not on an exchange, and I don't know. I would just be kind of cautious, dropping some money into some of these newer coins that are dropping on the swaps. But yeah, just kind of stick to the main ones that are kind of popping off right now, because those communities, they're already strong, and the marketing is, these dev teams are definitely trying to go ahead and build a stable environment, or a stable investment platform for everybody who's picking up their currencies. So just go ahead and stick to some of these main coins that are kind of popping off on the exchanges right now. Let's see. So there was a question about the market cap for Shiba Inu. I think it was last night I was talking to somebody. So right now we've got a fully diluted of 1.6 mil. 1.6 bill. I don't know how accurate that is. Wow. I didn't realize it was that high. I thought I was taking a look at it last night, and I just determined that it had that the market cap was only sitting at like 885,000. Maybe it was 885 mil. Because they went ahead, and maybe the dev team can go ahead and clear this up for us a little bit. Supposedly, they went ahead, they locked 50% of the initial supply to Uniswap, and then they went ahead and they burned another 50%. So this should be sitting at like 500 trillion instead of 1 quadrillion in total supply. So I don't know, maybe the dev team can go ahead and clear that up for us. I'll go ahead, I'll see if I can go ahead and find anything on BSC scan or something like that over the next couple days. I'll filter through some of the accounts and see if we can determine what that actual burn amount was. Wow, I didn't realize there's apparently the fully diluted's at 1.6 bill right now. Well, let's take a look at that's fully diluted. So maybe the current market cap is so maybe the current market cap is sitting at like 885,000. I think that's probably a little bit more accurate. So that's got to be what it was. I was playing with the numbers a few nights ago, and I determined that we're still super early in the game on this guy. So if we go ahead and we hit a market cap, let's see. Let's go ahead. Let's pull up the calc, just because I know that we were talking about this on Reddit last night. So if we go ahead, actually, let's pull up Desmos real quick. So let's jump into Desmos. If we do I'm pretty sure that there are only 500 trillion coins in supply. I, I'm 99% positive that that's what the total supply is at this particular moment in time. So let's go ahead. Let's take a look at what we're sitting at right now. So if we do 5 times, let's see, 500 trillion should be 11, something like that. And then we go ahead, we multiply that by the current price. What are we at? 1.68. Yeah, 1.68 according to Coin Market Cap. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 168. So 840,000 market cap right now at this current moment in time. I mean, we're not even at a mil just yet. So if we go ahead, if Shiba gets to SafeMoon levels, and I mean, let's see, if we've got a $2 billion market cap, well, let's see what the market cap would look like if we went ahead and we dropped this down to if we went ahead and killed a couple of zeros. So we're taking a look at if we go 100x from where we're at right now with Shiba, we're taking a look at an $84 million market cap, right? So still a drop in the bucket compared to SafeMoon. You go ahead, you kill 2 more zeros off of that, and then we're taking a look at well, let's go ahead and that would be 8.4 bill, 8.4 billion dollar market cap, which is SafeMoon's current market cap times 4, right? In fact, what was SafeMoon's market cap when it hit that high the other day? Let's see. Let's go ahead. Let's jump down here. Let's grab our total supply of circulation. Oh, here we go. Let's jump back over to SafeMoon real quick. So if we go ahead, jump over here, let's take a look at the total supply. Let's jump back over here to Desmos. Let's actually split screen this real quick. So Desmos. Oh, here we go. There we go. Okay, so if we take that, the total amount of SafeMoon on the market. Let's see. So we got that, and then let's multiply that by the ATH a couple of weekends ago. That was like 15, I want to say. So times 1, 2, 3, 4, 15. So we're talking about, so that was $9.2 billion, right? So if Shiba sees a market cap, the same, a market cap relatively close to the market cap of SafeMoon a couple of weekends ago when we hit the previous ATH, then jumping up to 1 or 2 cents is, it's definitely possible. I mean, it's definitely possible within the next couple of months. Sometime this quarter, I'd say that you can probably go ahead and you might. I'm not going to say for sure that this is exactly what's going to happen, but we can go ahead and anticipate maybe seeing Shiba go ahead and jump up to 1 or 2 cents over the next couple of quarters, maybe sometime by the end of the year. So I hope that goes ahead and kind of clarifies some of the questions that we were talking about and discussing last night on Reddit. I think that it's definitely a possibility to see. I think that we can definitely hit 1 or 2 cents easy. I mean, especially if you take a look at an $8 billion, $9 billion market cap in comparison to Bitcoin's $1 trillion market cap, which some analysts are projecting is going to jump up to like 10 trillion or something like that. or just shy of $10 trillion. I think that, I mean, that's a drop in the bucket. I mean, this is, and Shiba is such a, they've got a super creative development team. Their dev team is super creative, and I'm super bullish on this one. I think that, if you've got a couple of $100 to go ahead and throw into it right now, I would. Just it's $200. Throw $200 and just see what it does by the end of the year. By January or February. I think there's a lot of opportunity for growth in this particular market. So, dev team, if you're watching, if you could kind of go ahead and clarify the amount of coins that are in supply right now, that'd be awesome. I don't know if you guys are watching. I mean, well, I've got 4 viewers on right now, so maybe you guys are all part of the Shiba dev team. So maybe not. So. But anyways, Shiba, if you guys see this video, go ahead and if you guys could clarify that for us, that'd be awesome. If I don't hear anything, I'll go ahead. I'll try to do some digging around and, see if I can find anything on BSC scan, and we can go ahead and try to go ahead and build up an even more accurate picture of what we're looking at right now. So, but right now, lots of growth. Fully diluted was 1.6 bill. Right now we're sitting at 840,000. If you're buying Shiba right now, you're buying in super early. This is what they call the smart money phase, before other investors and institutional money starts dropping into a specific market. We're still in the smart money phase. So definitely pick up some SHIB. Let's go ahead, let's run it up to a couple of cents. And then I know that there was a lot of concern that was being voiced by a couple of people on Reddit last night or a couple of nights ago. I can't remember when it was, but there was some concern about, when are we going to hit the top? I want to know when to go ahead and sell, sell 100%. And it's like, well, first off, don't go ahead and sell, 100%. Don't sell off all your coin. You just got to keep hodling because, markets are still fresh right now. This is still a super new market with a crazy creative dev team. And these guys, they're going to be able to definitely, these guys are going to be able to keep up with the markets over the next couple of years. So I see this coin being highly competitive over the next couple of years. We'll get into my long-term perspective on cryptocurrency itself and blockchain technology in general in a future video. Maybe I'll go ahead and kind of drop my perspective on things a little bit later on this week. I think that blockchain technology right now, it's super innovative. It's newer technology that is it's obviously got a lot of utility. We're seeing it hit commercial industries right now. I forgot who it was, but who was it that went ahead and is actually using VeChain right now? Let's pull that up. VeChain. Let's just see if they've got anything up. I know that there are some major commercial enterprises that are using VeChain for their supply chain logistics and supply chain management right now. Sorry, I've got a call. Let me put that on mute. Let's see. I'll go ahead. If we can't find anything on the front page, we'll go ahead and I'll get it figured out, and we'll just talk about VeChain in a future video. So, I'm not really seeing anything on the front page, but I know that it wasn't Amazon, maybe it was Best Buy or something. But there, some major corporation is now using the VeChain blockchain for their supply chain logistics. So, VeChain is one that I'm super bullish on. It's already shot up a lot over the past 6 months. So it's I think it's done pretty well over the past couple of weeks, though. We can jump into VeChain real quick if you guys want to. Let's see. Go ahead, pull up my Binance. Let's drop down to VeChain. So it's sitting at 20 cents right now. People were buying in November for fractions of a cent. Yeah, like a tenth of a cent. Right before the launch date, as I like to call it, the day of the launching of the cryptocurrencies, right around that first part of November. So yeah, people were buying it for about a tenth of a cent, and so they've already gone, like 200x right now. So good job, guys. Yeah, launched up to 28 cents. I think that as far as fundamental analysis is concerned, VeChain is one that I'm super bullish on. I think that it's got a lot of utility. It's definitely geared for commercial and enterprise use. So expect VeChain to just absolutely explode over the next couple of years. I wouldn't even, even if we see some sort of a market cycle end signal on VeChain sometime over the next year or so, if you're an investor, I would just hold, because I think that VeChain is going to go ahead and probably jump off the charts within the next couple of years. So I think Shiba is one of those two. SafeMoon, I think it's going to have an interesting run over the next year or so. I think that it's definitely going to be. They've got a lot of competition out there right now, because it almost seems to me like there's some sort of copy and paste auto yield script out there, maybe floating around on GitHub or something like that, that people are just like, launching their own blockchains off of. So I know that SafeMoon is definitely taking the precautionary steps to go ahead and make sure that that everybody's cryptocurrency is safe on their chain. They went ahead and they've been taking some really responsible actions over the past couple of weeks, just to go ahead and let their investors know that, hey, we're in it for the long run on this currency. This isn't just some frickin' rug or get rich scheme for us. We're in it for the long term, because we've got more creative endeavors that we'd like to go ahead and pursue. And this blockchain is offering them the opportunity to do so. So they went ahead and they've partnered up with, who was it the other day? They went ahead and they've got they're having some other dev teams go ahead and go ahead and help them out with their blockchain security and everything along those lines. So so the SafeMoon dev team, they're in it to win it. Like I said earlier, I don't think you need to go ahead and worry about the dev team pulling the rug. There's strong indications that these guys definitely want to go ahead and take it a step further. There's just too much money in it for them right now not to want to go ahead and take their project a step further. So so hopefully that just kind of clarifies clears a few things up as far as some of the hesitance we've seen from investors as far as the security of their investments in SafeMoon. There's been so much FUD, and it's been. I almost feel bad for the dev team, right? I mean, because these guys are working their asses off trying to go ahead and provide a quality product and a quality cryptocurrency, and they've got an entire product line that they're going ahead and developing for the crypto community. I feel bad for these guys, because this is their funding, right? I mean, they went ahead. They just hired on a bunch of developers over in to go ahead and join the team, and just because of one random tweet, you know, it uh, we, the market's been moving sideways for 2 weeks now. I feel super bad for the dev team. I mean, that just sucks. I mean, honestly, if I was them, I'd be suing the shit out of War on Rugs. I mean, but it is what it is. It's interesting. It's just it's a really interesting situation. So, anyways, so that kind of wraps everything up for both Shiba and SafeMoon. Everything's looking solid in both those markets right now. VeChain looks like if we just pop over here real quick, looks like we're kind of doing like a descending triangle again over here. Expect, if you're trying to get in, I'd say try to drop it down to 16 cents and see what it does there. Probably go ahead. I'm expecting a strong W recovery right around the 16 cent price point. Just because VeChain's got so much freaking utility, it's there's just so much opportunity for growth for investors in this particular market. I think last week we touched on Mveda a little bit. I'm bullish on Mveda. I don't know what the heck is going on with Mveda. For whatever reason, it's just having a really difficult time launching off right now. Let's go ahead. Let's jump into Coin Market Cap and let's check it out on Bitmart real quick. Mveda. Let's see. Yeah, we've just been kind of sitting and going sideways over the past couple of weeks. It's kind of the same. It's been sitting in the same boat as SafeMoon over the past couple of weeks. There was a huge spike, massive sell-off, and it's just been kind of going sideways. Looks like we had a bit of a spike up here, jumped up to 9 cents. That's 3x from this floor. Yeah, people were buying in at 3 cents. They did 3x. Looks like everybody sold off at 9 cents. Yeah, we need to see some more money come in over here. But looks like we're going ahead, and this floor is coming up a little bit. So we're seeing that resistance go ahead and slowly go ahead and peak upwards. So I think we'll probably go ahead and we'll kind of do a slow crawl, maybe up to, looks like 6 cents probably, before we start seeing some real movement out of this thing, whether it's another drop or another huge spike. So I'm really bullish on Mveda right now. Let's go ahead. Let's take a look at the market cap. So let's go back over here. Let's see if we can pull up any additional data on the Mveda. Know what I'm saying, dogs? Let's see. Mveda. Medical Veda. Let's see. Fully diluted. Wow. 3 mil. 3 mil. Buy this coin right now. If you don't have this coin, buy it right now. Throw a couple $100 in right now. Damn. God. That is so small. Wow. Let's take a look at max supply. 88,000? Wow. Wow, this thing's going to freaking skyrocket. Wow. Let's go ahead. Let's check that out. Did we get that right? 88 mil. 88 mil. Okay. Right now we're sitting at 0.0. Actually, that's 397 on Bitmart. Let's clear out those comments real quick. I'm working on a couple of different UIs for myself for future episodes, so we can go ahead and just run calcs real quick. So right now the Current market cap, yeah, yeah, we're sitting at 3 mil. Um, wow, that is crazy. Man. So this is a chain that is this is a blockchain that's geared specifically for medical industries. I would go ahead and I'd buy the shit out of this right now. I'm already in, but I might go ahead and pick up a little bit more, see what it does over the next few quarters. I think there's a lot of opportunity for growth in this market. So let's see. So before we go ahead and wrap up this episode, we've already hit Shiba and we've already hit SafeMoon. I just want to go ahead and actually, we'll go ahead. I've got a list of currencies that I know that I've, tweeted about, and I've got friends and family going ahead and building their portfolios around specific currencies right now. We'll go ahead. We'll do another episode, maybe here in a couple of days, where we talk about setting up a strong portfolio for the rest of the year and for the next few quarters. Right now, if you're not invested in Bitcoin Cash, I think that's a great one to be invested in right now. I think that if Bitcoin Cash does anything that Bitcoin did or has done over the past year, then you're going to see BCH jump up to like freaking 77K by the end of the year. So, it's been on a huge rally the past couple of days. It jumped up from $950 all the way up to like, 1,500 sometime today. I don't see this really dropping. If we take a look at what it's done over the past year, actually, let's jump out to the 1 week. Okay, well, this is just since it launched on Coinbase. Let's go ahead and pull it up on CoinMarketCap real quick. Let's see, BCH. So BCH has a super interesting history behind it. It was a hard fork from the Bitcoin. The lead dev over there, he wanted to go ahead and make a faster blockchain. He wanted to make a blockchain based off of Bitcoin. I think he was involved with Bitcoin, and correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure that some of you guys probably know the history a little bit better than I do. But from the research I've done and from just the chatter I've heard in the community, one of my good mates, he's been involved in crypto investing, pretty much since like 2012, right? So he's he gave me some interesting some interesting information on Bitcoin Cash. So apparently Bitcoin Cash, it was a hard fork off of Bitcoin. The lead dev for BCH, I think he had some sort of involvement on the Bitcoin dev team, and or there was a group of developers that are involved in BCH that went ahead and branched off from Bitcoin because they wanted to make Bitcoin faster and a little more transactable than it currently is. But there was some sort of a schism that took place, and so BCH was formed. It was kind of scammy when it first launched because I guess they were going ahead and they were selling it on a website that that the web address was literally called Bitcoin.com. So they were trying to sell it as Bitcoin, even though it was a hard fork of Bitcoin. So it was kind of scammy at first, and so there was a huge spike, and then jumped up to just shy of $4,000 back in 2017 before that huge drop, and then it just dropped down to all the way down to $74 at one point in time, and it's just had a really difficult time recovering ever since that ever since that market drop back in 2018. But looks like it's ramping up again. And we, last week we kind of talked about why that is, because it's utilizing the same blockchain technology as Bitcoin. It's highly integratable into some of the Bitcoin specific technologies that are being developed right now. As far as shadow node technology is concerned, like Ren and everything along those lines, it's super easy to go ahead and integrate this technology onto any oracles that have been developed, for Bitcoin transactions and for transfers and stuff like that. So that's why I'm bullish on Bitcoin Cash right now. It's got the same name, same technology. It's a little bit faster. I think they went ahead and improved the transactability by like eightfold for this specific currency, or for the blockchain. And so it's like 8 times faster than Bitcoin. It's still got the same brand name. A lot of people who aren't like hardcore, die-hard crypto investors, everybody's heard of Bitcoin, right? It's a household name now. Bitcoin Cash, it's same branding. Anybody who isn't in crypto investing for the tokenomics right now, because we're still super early in the crypto game, they're going to hear Bitcoin Cash and they're going to think of Bitcoin and they're going to be like, oh, okay, cool. I don't know anything about the tokenomics. I don't know anything about the technology behind it, but I know that Bitcoin makes money, right? So they're going to invest in it. I can honestly see, I can see the market cap shooting up to maybe about $1 trillion, and this thing hitting like 77K by the end of the year. So this is one that I'm really bullish on for this market cycle. I'm not sure what it's going to do over the next few years, but over the next year or so, I think that this is going to be a phenomenal investment. I think that next year, once Bitcoin kind of goes into a little bit of a lull, maybe around February or March, possibly April, because I don't foresee Bitcoin going into like some massive capitulation phase. I don't see it just dropping. I think that people are just going to be they're going to continue to invest in Bitcoin. They're just going to wait for the drops. They're going to wait for everybody who bought in, a year prior to go ahead and start selling all their Bitcoin off. They're going to wait for the drops, wait for the markets to kind of go sideways before they buy in. I think that once we kind of go sideways next year, probably, or maybe we see, some sort of a drop. I mean, maybe as high as like 30% or something like that. It's not going to be anything massive. I think that once that happens, you're going to see a lot of cryptocurrencies with really strong tokenomics go ahead and take off. Like right now, ADA's really struggling, and I was just talking about this with a buddy yesterday. He's really bullish on ADA. I am too. They don't really have a working product in place just yet, which I think is the reason why it's only seen like 20-cent spikes whenever it does go ahead and jump up for a day or two. Also, I think a lot of people who are active in crypto investing are definitely familiar with Benjamin Cowan's channel, and like Ben was saying a few weeks ago when he was talking about ADA, I know that he's been trying to go ahead and pump ADA over the past couple of weeks now, but at one point in time he was talking about, if it hits $2, I'm going to sell everything, right? So people, after hearing that, they were like, oh, okay, well, we're gonna go ahead and wait for everybody who bought in early to kind of go ahead and sell off. Maybe we can go ahead get this thing to drop back down to like 90 cents, maybe 80 cents. We might hit a 60-cent floor somewhere along the line. But I think that once that happens, uh, people are going to get it super excited about it again because they're going to be like, okay, anybody who's not holding this long term has gone ahead and sold out, so we're ready to go long on this now. So, I'm right now I'm picking up a little bit of ADA whenever I see it drop down to maybe like a a $1.18, something like that. It kind of seems like it's been trending between $1.18 and $1.40 something over the past, really 2 months now. Because I remember when it first launched on Coinbase, I was like, frick yeah, man, frick yeah, I'm going in. And then we went up like 20 cents, something like that, and everybody got kind of stomped out right there at that peak. So it is having a really difficult time pushing through its previous ATHs. So, right now I would accumulate what you can during the dips, and then just wait for it to do something over the next couple of quarters. I think it's really going to take maybe until next quarter for ADA to fully consolidate out and actually do something. I saw this funny ass meme on Reddit the other day about some guy going ahead buying ADA, and it was just like this funny little meme about it doing absolutely nothing. So I'll see if I can find that. I'll post that up on Twitter. But yeah, that was pretty funny. So I think it's gonna take a quarter. It's gonna take a few months for ADA to fully consolidate out. Just go ahead, hit the dips. Right now, it's not doing anything crazy. Right now, it's going on some bull runs, but it's having a difficult time. But I think that it's got a lot of potential to go ahead and maybe jump up to like $5 by the end of the year, maybe $10. It can do like 5 to 10x. I think though, if we go back to what I was saying about Bitcoin, maybe hitting another lull next year, or maybe doing a slight like 30% drop, something like that. I think that's when you can see the coins with the really strong tokenomics start to take off. I mean, take a look at what Ethereum's done over the past couple of weeks, right? I mean, Ethereum is like, it's the chain of all chains, right? Yet for whatever reason, it's still, the value of one ETH is nowhere near compared to the value of Bitcoin, right? And Bitcoin literally has no utility. It has the single utility of holding a ledger and being used as a monetary unit, right? So, but aside from that, Bitcoin really, it was the first blockchain, which is awesome. But aside from it just being a currency, it's really got no utility to it. Whereas Ethereum, right? I mean, it's the world's computer. So, everybody's building all their tokens, if not off of Binance. Well, actually, I mean, Ethereum. Everybody's building their tokens on the Ethereum platform. Binance is just starting to see a new increase in interest from the dev communities. Binance, if you don't own any, if you don't have any BNB in your portfolio right now, BNB is, I think, another great investment. I think that it's probably going to jump up to 2 G's with ease over the next few months, within the next quarter or two. I mean, it's going to get up to ETH levels. I mean, just because of the utility that it goes ahead and provides. I mean, there are two primary blockchains that people are building all of their dApps and other cryptocurrencies and other blockchains off of, and it's Ethereum and Binance. So go ahead. I would add, if you don't have either Ethereum or Binance in your portfolio, obviously you want to add those. ETH's been on a crazy freaking run over the past couple of weeks. I mean, we've jumped up freaking from 2 Gs all the way up to $3,500 in 2 weeks. So, yeah, obviously ETH, and like I was just saying a couple of minutes ago, it's the blockchain of, it's the one blockchain to rule them all right now, this specific moment in time. So it's definitely worthwhile hodling. I think that we're probably going to see. I wouldn't be surprised to see ETH jump up to, like, I know that there's a lot of pump going on right now. Some people are saying, oh, hey, let's try to hit a 10K ETH. It's like, guys, just shoot for like 30K. Shoot for a 20K ETH, because ETH is ripping right now. And if it does what Bitcoin's done over the past year, man, I mean, you can hit like freaking, you guys can hit like 80,000 Gs. Hit 80,000 Gs with that ETH. Just keep hodling that shit, I mean, especially this summer when they drop ETH2. I mean, it's going to be, man, don't sell your ETH. Just hold it, right? Just hold it for a few years, and you'll be set. You'll be set for life. So, same with BNB. Pick some up right now. Pick some up and just hold it for a few years. See what it does. See what it does at the end of the year. Maybe sell a little off. If it starts to go into capitulation a little bit, okay, so you lost some of your earnings, but it's just like Bitcoin. I don't really see it taking a huge drop, right? I mean, in fact, I don't see ETH really dropping for a while. I think that this is I think that we probably just went into the true bullish phase for this market cycle for ETH. I think that the Bitcoin market cycle might go ahead and kind of die off next February, to April. We might see a little bit of that lull, maybe a little bit of a drop. I don't think you're going to see ETH do anything like that for the next couple of years. So I think that it's going to be a strong ride all the way through 2022 at least. We'll go ahead. We'll take a look at the ROIs later on this week, and just to go ahead and try to project when we think we might see some sort of a lull in the Ethereum market. But I think right now it's still such a solid investment. I mean, obviously, there were people who were selling off their Bitcoin at like $1,000, $2,000 that are now, kicking themselves in the tails, for not holding. So I think that Ethereum, they've got such a large dev team and such a large community, and there are so many different resources available for other devs out there that they provide to the dev community, that, I mean, this thing's just starting to heat up right now. I'm super bullish on Ethereum. I would love to see it overtake Bitcoin eventually. I don't think it's going to happen this market cycle. Probably not going to happen next market cycle, but sometime over the next 5 years, I can guarantee you that ETH is going to go ahead, and maybe 5 to 10 years, ETH's definitely going to overtake Bitcoin. The way I see things going for Bitcoin is that it's always going to hold a really high value, just because of the fact that it's a novelty item. It was the very first blockchain. That's a big deal. It was the very first cryptocurrency, right? So it's always going to have some sort of novelty value, regardless of the fact that the blockchain doesn't really provide too much utility. But I think that Ethereum out of all the cryptocurrencies, definitely has the strongest chance of overtaking Bitcoin. It's not going to happen this market cycle. Probably won't happen. It could happen next market cycle. It's probably going to be a good 5 years though. So, but if you're taking a look at a $3,500 ETH right now, and you're saying, "Oh, that's just crazy expensive," right? I mean, this is what people were buying Bitcoin for last March. Bitcoin dropped down to 3,500 last March, and they've been selling it at 65K. So if you're thinking that a $3,500 ETH is crazy high right now, no. I mean, it's not even close to hitting a ceiling right now. So if you don't have any ETH in your portfolio, pick some up and just hodl for the next at least year, because ETH is just gonna freaking blow up. It's we're gonna see it do some crazy things over the next couple of years. Let's see, BNB too. BNB is gonna do some crazy cool things. Let's see, Dash. Sorry, I'm just kind of walking you guys through some of the currencies that I'm bullish on right now. Doge has been on a huge run. It's been on a massive run over the past few weeks. Dash is another one that I'm super bullish on. It's gone 10x since its previous floor at the macro level. So it's gone 10x. Who knows? I mean, it's possible it could go ahead and do another 10x from here. It's kind of like BCH and Litecoin. It's developed on the same. It's pretty much like a carbon copy of the Bitcoin blockchain. Dash is just they went ahead and they were able to go ahead and increase the transactability of it, and so it's supposedly a lightning fast blockchain based off of Bitcoin technology. So just because of the fact that it is based off of Bitcoin technology, highly integratable into any sort of oracle or network that's trying to either wrap or transact, do cross transactions with Bitcoin. So pick up a little bit of Dash. It's obviously, it doesn't have the same brand name as Bitcoin, which is why it might not go ahead and launch nearly as high as Bitcoin Cash, but it's the same technology. So go ahead, add a little bit of Dash to your portfolio, and I think you'll be surprised to see what it does. I wouldn't be surprised if this does another 10x over the next year, over the next maybe 3-4 quarters. We'll see what it does. Anyways, I think we've gone ahead and we've already passed. Oh man, we are an hour and a half deep right now. So let's go ahead. Let's just wrap everything up right now. We'll go ahead and cover some more cryptos here later on this week. We'll go ahead and I'll dedicate some time to just going ahead and building a strong portfolio for yourself for the next few quarters and for the remainder of Bitcoin's market cycle. We can just, we'll just lightly go over maybe some of the technology that backs some of these cryptocurrencies that I think you should probably be holding right now. So anyways, if you guys have any questions or comments, I'll go ahead. I'll leave the camera rolling for a couple of minutes. Feel free to chime in if you have anything you want me to go ahead and address. We'll go ahead and wrap everything up here in a couple of minutes. Like I said, if you guys have any questions that you can't think of at this particular moment in time, always feel free to go ahead and reach out to me via Twitter, via Reddit. I'll go ahead. Let me pull up a notepad real quick. still in the process of going ahead and trying to create a super sweet video experience for everybody. I do some dev in my spare time, so I've got some UIs and stuff like that I plan on utilizing in the future for some of these videos. But let me just go ahead. If you have any questions, you can reach me at Twitter. That's at Future Sloan Bell, and my username on Reddit is also the same. I'm pretty active in both the Shiba community and the SafeMoon communities right now. I'm posting, at least a few times a week, and I'm responding to questions and offering, investing, insight. I don't want to call it advice, just because of legal purposes and stuff like that. I'm not a broker. Full disclaimer. If I were a broker, I would not. I'd be breaking all kinds of freaking laws right now by going ahead and just providing you with some of this information. I don't have a Series 6 or anything like that. So, so Reddit, same thing. You can reach me via the chat. Just send me a message, DM me. Feel free to go ahead and spark up a chat. And I'm now on Discord. And that is going to be... should be Future Sloan Bell. I think it's 7434. Let me just pull up my phone and double check that real quick. So, let's pull up the Discord. See where we're at there. I'm still trying to get used to... I sound like such an old man. Still trying to get used to this iPhone. Let's see. Yeah. 7696. There we go. So you can reach me on Discord too. Anyways, looks like we don't have any questions right now. So let's go ahead. Let's wrap things up there. Thanks for joining in. Awesome. A few more viewers than last time, so that's awesome. If you like the information that I've been sharing in the past couple of live streams, feel free to go ahead and like and subscribe. Like I said, like I said during the last live stream, I'm really doing this just to kind of provide some additional education as far as investment opportunities are concerned for people who don't really have access to this kind of information. It's my goal with this channel to go ahead and turn it into something positive for everybody. There's some crazy stuff going on in the world right now. The frickin' transfer of wealth to the 1% and stuff like that has been ridiculous over the past year. So I'm just trying to, and a lot of people have been severely impacted by the COVID, and people have lost jobs. A lot of people have lost jobs. I was taking a look at some statistics for the state of Colorado a couple of weeks ago, and it's like, man, I think the state of Colorado is down 123,000 jobs over the past year. It's like, that's a lot of families. So, the markets just aren't opening up the way that they should be right now. As we kind of go deeper into this K-shaped recovery. So it's definitely stressful. I want to go ahead and use this opportunity to help people kind of go ahead and find a way to earn some extra revenue. And it's, for me at this point in time, it's really, you know I think that a lot of people are taking a look at the markets and they're like, hey, it's not just about passive income anymore. It's about just like, you know having an additional source of active income that I can use to go ahead and support my family. So, yeah. So, anyways, hopefully, you guys found some value in this video, and definitely looking forward to chatting with you guys next time. Feel free to reach out with any questions. I will go ahead and I will let everybody know when I'm going to do another live stream. I've got a different camera ready, so hopefully we can go ahead and improve the quality of the video. That way I'm not using my webcam on the next one. I've got all kinds of cool graphics and stuff that I want to start utilizing too. So just to make it fancier and a little bit more fun. That way I'm not using my freaking notepad to go ahead and give you all my contact info. So anyways, hope everybody's doing well out there. Looking forward to seeing you guys next time. Thanks for joining in, and yeah, enjoy the rest of your evening if you're here stateside, and if you're on the other side of the world, then enjoy your day. Take care, everybody.